I made a video about a year ago about how to tone match a guitar sound by making your own IR that's tone matched to any recorded guitar that you can find. Now, there's been quite a lot of traffic on that video recently and quite a lot of questions about it, and I've been telling people that I've updated my process to a much simpler, more effective way of doing this. So I think the easiest thing to do is just completely revise that old video and show you the new way of doing it. I recently bought MFreeformEqualizer from Melda Production. This is the plugin that I now use for doing my guitar tone matching. So pick it up right now because it's currently on sale and it's very inexpensive. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get an isolated recording of the guitar that you want to clone. In this case, I've got Dream Theater Constant Motion that I downloaded from the internet. You're also going to want to set yourself up with some kind of amp modeler plugin. I'm currently using Line6 Helix Native. Right, so you want to make a sound that's reasonably similar. I've got a very basic amp model here. It's the Archetype Lead, and I'm going into a standard ML Sound Lab IR. And I want to get something that feels a bit similar to the track that I'm trying to clone. The next thing you want to do is set up a channel in your DAW with the Melda Freeform Equalizer on it. In presets, you can select download presets and it'll give you an updated version of the Melda presets, and one of them is called Guitar Tone Copy Machine. So select that. In case you can't do that, some of the highlights of this are the range is set to 64 decibels. It's set to the extreme algorithm and minimum phase is on. I'll show you what the other settings are in case there's a setting that I've left out. Take a screenshot of that and check that everything is the same there. We'll want to nest our other two channels inside this. So if we move Constant Motion in first, I'll keep my guitar track muted for now. And we'll want to analyze the source. So when I play my downloaded version of the John Petrucci track, it will go into the MFreeformEqualizer, and we can select source here and play it. Okay, it now has a grab of the John Petrucci track, so we can pull that John Petrucci track out for now and put my guitar into that channel, so that now if I play my guitar, let's unmute it. We can get ready to analyze our target, which is this. Now the first thing, an important thing that you have to do here is turn off the IR that you're currently using, which will make a guitar sound like rubbish. Okay, and play in a very similar thing. So let's do it. Okay, and now we have in the green my guitar and in the red John Petrucci's. If we select Equalize green to sound like red, we get this, and this is the shape of our IR. Now if I play my guitar, so we're not quite sure if that sounds exactly the same. I want to be able to A-B them without actually playing the guitar so that I can concentrate on how well they sound like each other. So let's do that. Okay, so I have the two guitars and now I can solo them and go back and forward and A-B them just to make sure that they sound similar. I'm just doing this very quickly and there's probably dead strings in this guitar and stuff like that. So there's subtle differences, but you can get really, really similar if you put a bit of effort into making sure your guitar's set up properly and you're playing the track really well. There might possibly be a slight change in volume as well, but we'll fix that once we do the IR. So the next step is to go back in here and we can see our IR here. In my old version, you used to have to do a whole complicated thing with sweeps and test tones and all that stuff with Voxengo. We don't have to do that anymore. If you can't see these things at the side here, then it's because the toolbar button is closed. So select the toolbar, and down here we can see IR. We can select our desktop and just output our file as constant motion. I've now made an IR onto my desktop called constant motion. I can go back into Helix Native, load that IR from the desktop. Okay, and go back to my preset, turn on the IR, and select our constant motion. Okay, so now we don't need Freeform EQ anymore because the IR is made, so let's just move this guitar track up. We'll not be using Freeform anymore. Okay, so let's have a listen to these two tracks now and find out, do they sound similar enough? So, John Petrucci. So there you go, that's how it's done. Like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any difficulty with this version of doing it. It should be a lot easier. Thanks so much, guys. Rock and roll.